This is the series where we look at the real bikes that racers use, from Cat 5 all the way down to Cat 1. These aren't pro-level gimmicky bikes. These are what racers are actually showing up to on local crits, road races, and weekend rides. This is Real Race Bikes, brought to you by Bespoke Endurance. Today we're kicking off with a popular aluminum crit machine. We sat down with a local rider who's been putting some serious miles and watts into this bike, and they're going to walk us through what works and what doesn't and why they race it. This is the 2023 Specialized Allez Sprint. It features an aluminum frame, SRAM Rival 1x with Explore derailleur on a 54-tooth chainring with a K-edge chain catch, Specialized Roval Rapide wheels, and weighs right around 19.5 pounds. The rider spec'd this out with a 172.5 SRAM Rival cranks and a left side Quarq power meter. The stem is 110 millimeters on a Bontrager RSL Aero road handlebar with 37 by 40 millimeter. He's running Pirelli P0 Race TLR 30 millimeters set up tubeless at 60 PSI. All right, our local racer on this is Ryan Jenkins. He's Cat 2, currently on his way to Cat 1. He's been riding this bike for 2 years and he's got just over 8,000 miles on it. Race machine, this is your weapon here, the 2023 Specialized Allez Sprint. So tell me, what is it that you love about this bike and why did you choose this bike as your go-to race weapon?
So it's kind of funny how I chose it. It kind of fell into my lap when I first started riding. I was looking for a road bike and this popped up on Facebook, pretty much as built. I've made some changes, but I told my buddies, like, oh, what about this one? They're like, go buy that now. And so I did, and it was a pretty good decision. This bike has been really awesome. I use it mainly for crits, and I do some road racing with it too, but I just love how snappy and responsive it is. I kind of call myself a sprinter. It's kind of how my team is built around me to do that, and so this bike has been perfect for that.
So what kind of racing are you doing on this thing?
Mostly crits, done some road races this year.
So where do you feel like the secret sauce is to this bike? Where does this bike, when you ride it, it most shines? In what aspect?
When you're laying down the power and hammering. You hit a climb and you want to jump to the front, it pops. I want to sprint, it carries that speed really well. I found that like I was able to kind of pass a lot of the group at the local training crit, Alt Park. Like I was able to carry a ton of speed downhill and then still apply more, and it just pops when you hit it. I really like that.
Any drawbacks to this bike?
It's heavy. It's an aluminum build, and which is good. It allowed me to get this high performance bike for a price that I could afford when I was first starting, and also to go race it in crits and not be heartbroken if it was damaged. I almost crashed it, but you know, the fork stayed together after the front wheel exploded in a race, and it's still going strong. So, but it's a bit heavy.
Okay. I've noticed you've gone with a 1x setup. So tell me a little about why you chose that, what you like about it. Maybe are there any drawbacks to that?
So when I bought the bike, it was spec'd as 1x, but it had a 46-tooth chainring on the front. I shortly then upgraded to 48 and then 50, and then this year I said, screw it, 54. I need to hit it with a big hammer.
All right.
But I really liked the 1x. It's kind of fun and unique. A lot of people will tease you about it, but I think it's really great. I have the SRAM. I've got 2 buttons up and down. I don't have to negotiate or fight with the front, and frankly, if I'm getting dropped on the climb because I'm out of gear, I was going to get dropped on the climb anyways. I've run a bigger cassette in the rear. I have a 1044 that it came with. I used that for a mountain race down in Tennessee. And, you know, I was fine. I climbed at my pace because by the time I got to the climb, I was pretty cooked. So, again, it wouldn't have mattered. But people have told me it's not the most efficient chain line. But so next year or in the future, I'd maybe like to have a road bike with 2x so I could leave my 1x crit machine as built, and then have a road racing bike with 2x. But for now, this has been great for me. It's kind of my do-everything bike, and yeah, the 54 is great.
Both.
Yeah, lighter. I wish it was lighter for road racing. I mean, lighter for crits too, but it's nice and durable, and I'm not stressing out about crashing and cracking a $5,000 frame. And but yeah, 2x for just the dynamics of road racing.
All right, so have you made any upgrades to this thing?
I've changed the tires a bunch of times. I started with 28s, went to 30s this year. Been really happy with that. I've obviously gone up and up and up on the chainring. I'm pretty satisfied with that now. But the big change I made this year was I went from a one-piece bar and stem to a bar and stem rather than a fully integrated cockpit, which was really cool when I bought it and I really liked it. But it came with 42s with no taper, so they were just really wide. I needed to go narrower, and it was kind of this inevitable thing. And then after a couple rainy road races, my headset started to creak, and it was like, I need headset bearings. And we were going in to do headset bearings, and it's like, now's the time to do this. Got to cut the brake hoses. And it was like, I want to have that flexibility to swap bars or swap stems around if the fit needs to adjust. And I did. I went a little longer on the stem, a lot narrower, and I think narrow has been a lot better. But yeah, I moved away from the integrated just because I'm still at a point where my fit might change. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I was like, my fit's dialed. I'm never going to change it. I do the one integrated cockpit. But okay. For now, this has been great. And yeah.
No, that is great. I feel like a lot of people are kind of going the other direction, and all the rave is the one-piece cockpits. But for the reasons you just said, if you need to change anything about your fit, you can't. You have to buy a whole new system. Do you have a bike that you'd like to have reviewed? Drop a DM or shoot us an email, and maybe you can get your bike featured on this channel.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to Bespoke Endurance.